Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast, episode 255. I'm Joe.
I'm Lauren.
Lauren? How the heck are you?
I'm good. It's
Yeah.
1 week till Halloween.
1 week till
Officially
Halloween.
1 week.
Feeling spookier.
Feeling very spooky.
I've donned my famous pumpkin shirt. More infamous than famous. I bought it last year off Amazon.
I'm dressed as Dirt.
Yep. That's the cat's name at work, by the way.
Its name is Dirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to meet him so bad. Where'd you find the shirt?
Amazon.
Amazon.
I bought it last year for HHN.
Oh.
And
have you worn it this year yet?
I have not, because last year I was made fun of so many times.
Why? Because it's lame?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because it's not like spooky or
It's
what?
not spooky. I didn't intend for it to be spooky. I just wanted a pumpkin shirt. Because I wear button-downs all the time. We
Right.
all know this.
I don't know why people would make fun of you for that. Besides, it's
It
just
didn't
like
help
a
that they had
cheesy-
David S. Pumpkins there last year wearing the exact same outfit.
Well, there is that
But
problem.
his is all black with pumpkins on it. Mine's white with pumpkins. Now, prior to last year, prior to me buying the shirt, I did not know about David S. Pumpkins, nor did I know that he was going to be at Halloween Horror
Yeah, that was
Nights.
crazy. I never
But-
got to meet him. I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
Really?
Yeah.
but
I know
he's a-
people love him,
He's
but
a character.
sorry. He is a character, that's for sure. Anyways, before we get started here, before we get into the draft, we've got a good draft, very Halloween.
Ooh.
There's something that
Much Halloween.
yeah, the much Halloween big scare. I wanted to, what are you, spelling?
That made me laugh.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I chuckled. Continue.
There's something that was brought up to me about every episode, really, but about last episode that I wanted to address.
Did I do something?
You did not do something.
Oh, was my fly down?
Yeah. My mother texted me the other morning. Scared me, by the way. She texted me and she goes,
Was it about the smut?
No. This was
Oh my God.
No, she was watching the like last week's episode.
Did she listen to the smut episode?
I hope not.
She listened to you read smut?
She said you have serious issues. She texted me that out of context at 9:48 in the morning.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm like, what did I do? What did I do to offend my mother?
Your mom is crazy.
And then
for
I was like,
that.
wait a second. My mom watches the podcast. And so I go, huh? And she goes, I'm watching your podcast. And immediately I knew what she was talking about. And so I called her. And she was like, so you can clap in a theater, but other people can't? I go, no. That's not what I was saying.
Oh.
But so that's one of the things she talked about. But then she brought up something, and I said, I will talk about it on this episode. And I'm going to try and have you hold me more accountable. At least in this episode. The rest of the episodes, I don't really care about. But in this episode.
You say a lot?
No.
Oh.
My mom says that I swear a lot.
Oh, your mom.
Yeah. And so I go, Mom, that's just how I talk. Like, that's just. She was
I
like,
don't
no.
even think you do that
She was like,
much.
you don't think I swear that much on the podcast
I mean,
or just in general?
we could do a count.
Well, so what we're going to do, she said she's going to start keeping count. I said, I'm just going to try and go through a whole episode of not swearing. But maybe in a future episode we can count how many times, just like in general I do.
Naturally.
But because I told her, she said that it feels forced. Like I'm doing it so much that it's just like, it's to a point where it feels unnatural.
Really?
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah. And she said some of the things you say, they're just so like descriptive and vulgar.
She totally watched the smut
I
video.
know. She was saying specifically the like last week's episode, like
But
the one
what-
that we just did.
I'm trying to even remember what we talked about that was like
I don't know.
descriptive and vulgar.
I don't know. But
That's crazy.
so I said I'm going to try and go through, because I told her that, I go, Mom, when I come home like to visit my family, I go, and I don't swear around you, because my mom like doesn't like us swearing.
Oh, my mom's the same.
That's forced. Me like doing that is
Yeah.
unnatural. I
Yeah.
go, my regular everyday talking down here, not at work, I'm swearing every other sentence.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely the same way. When I go home, I'm like, I have to like
Yeah, you
try
gotta buckle
not
up.
to. And I say like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Like I catch myself. I'm like, God, I
Yeah.
can't speak English anymore.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I used to be very like,
I will, like, if I'm like getting off the plane, or I'm like, I just see my mom and I'm like telling her about work, and I'm like, oh, this, blah, 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 blah. And I say, I'm like, excuse my
whatever.
French. And then I continue on with the story.
Yeah.
Because
I'll
I
just be
know
like,
my mom
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
like it.
Yeah. I'll be like, I'm sorry, but I'm very frustrated. God damn it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I apologize.
So my mom doesn't like it. Now, she didn't say that she doesn't like it on the podcast. She goes, I find it funny sometimes when you're swearing. She goes, if you're telling a story and you're swearing, it can be funny if used properly. She goes, I think she goes, it sounds like you're forcing it. It sounds unnatural.
Crazy.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try and go through a whole episode. So today's goal, no swearing.
No swearing.
Not a single swear word is going to come out of my mouth today, I hope.
That's
so, Mom,
very interesting.
when you watch this episode, I will do my best. But she wasn't saying it's like a bad thing.
I mean,
she
I've
just said
already
it feels
cursed
forced.
twice, I think, so
Have
sorry.
you? See, I don't even hear it anymore. I'm so attuned
just
to
said
it.
damn it.
Well, that doesn't. Damn, it doesn't count.
Well, for some people it does. Especially if you do.
For my mom, it doesn't.
Okay, well, I'm not going to try not to curse. I'm going to hurt
you
myself if I do that.
swear a storm. Swear up a storm. I don't care. But anyway, so
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have context.
Yeah, but she texted me out at like at 9:40. I was driving to work. My mom texted me, "You have serious issues," and I was like,
"What?"
I was like, "Mom, what did I do?"
What time in the morning?
9:48.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, Mom, you gotta stop watching the podcast. And she goes, I'm not gonna stop watching the podcast.
You're like, okay.
Like,
I can't believe your mom listens to it.
I know.
Watches or listens?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You should ask. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll have to.
That's crazy. Does she know about like the new setup and stuff?
I'm sure she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so
does she like your podcast?
She still listens and watches, so she hasn't said
too much.
She hasn't said I don't like it. She offered, I think I told you, she offered to be my co-host after Kira left.
Right.
So she liked it enough to be willing to help me continue doing it. So
you won't be able to curse as much there.
And that's what I told her. I go, Ma, I swear way too much for you to be on the podcast. And she was like,
tough.
She tells me, I think it's the funniest thing because like growing up and even to this day, my mom does not swear.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can count on probably 2 hands the number of times I've heard my mother swear.
Wow.
But she'll tell me whenever I talk about like how much I swear when she's not around. She's like, oh, like she was like, it doesn't bother me. Like when she worked at the post office, she would swear all the time. Apparently, like I had such a potty mouth at work, and I'm like, what?
Where was this? That's crazy.
She's like, but with you, it sounds forced. I'm like, that's because you taught me not to swear. So whenever you hear it, it sounds forced.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. So no swearing this episode from me. You go ahead.
We'll see.
Yeah, good luck. But do you want to head right into the draft?
Yeah, I just thought of another one and I added to. That's why I grabbed my phone.
I think you've got first pick.
Do I?
Yeah, because I picked corn maze on the first one last week.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So we're doing Halloween movies. Halloween movies. Scary, not scary, whatever.
Anything that's Halloween themed.
Anything that's
played
Halloween
on
themed.
ABC Family, 31 Days of Halloween, or just on a horror
ABC
marathon.
Family, now known as Freeform.
Oh,
stupid.
I totally forgot that's not what it's called anymore. Whoopsies. My first pick, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Solid double holiday film.
Double holiday. I have decorations up that will not go down for another 3 months,
there you go.
which is great. I don't have to change anything. I just got to throw up a Christmas tree now.
That's a classic for me. I used to watch that. Like my mom used to put it on when I was growing up.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
That's the only movie that I consistently watch once a year, like for sure. Like I probably throw on Beauty and the Beast often. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like
that's like me around the holidays. There are like 3 or 4 movies that I have to watch.
I have to watch, even if it's like the day after and I'm like, I have to fucking watch it today. Like I've missed my cut. I need to watch it. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet this year. And I watched it twice, I guess. I watched it for Halloween. I watched it for Christmas.
Fair. Yeah.
But they re-released it in theaters this week, and I did see that. I might try and go see it. I just can't decide, so I'm waiting to watch it unless I go to the theaters. If I see it in theaters, here's my ticket. But I don't. But that is one of my favorite movies of all time in general.
Good number one.
It's a great movie.
Solid. My number one, very very basic, Halloween Town. But I'm not picking a specific number. I'm going with the Halloween Town franchise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love there's just 3. No, there's 4.
I don't know. I know it like changes.
There's Halloween Town, Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge, Halloween Town High, and then Return to Halloween Town. So there's 4 movies. And they all slap.
Yeah.
Now the last one when they replaced what's her face?
I thought they replaced her in the last 2.
No, just the last one.
No, she just got older. In the third one.
Oh yeah, she was in high school.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, those are great.
Great movies.
And such good, like,
The second one is my least favorite, but
I hate to say good vibes, but like
good vibes.
the vibes.
They're just like they're fun.
Like
it's
the feeling feels so
it's
more.
it's like the most Halloween a movie can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, the Skeleton Driver.
Yeah.
Banger.
Yep.
I love that. Man, I haven't seen that movie in a while though. That's not one of my ones that I have to see.
That's usually one I will almost always watch around the Halloween season. This year, I really have not watched like any Halloween movies.
I really have. I watched a few horror movies, but I haven't been on my like Halloween movie.
Yeah.
My number 2 pick.
Number 2.
Corpse Bride.
Never seen it.
Oh, same vein of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
of just
claymation.
being so good. I love claymation movies.
See,
more than
I
anything.
don't
Stop
love
motion.
claymation, stop motion, whatever you want to call it. I don't love
Really?
them because like those classic like Christmas movies like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Frosty the Snowman. Like I love those claymation ones. But Nightmare Before Christmas, love that. But like anything after those, it just gives me like Chicken Run as a prime example. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, like Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, ugh, I
wouldn't
hate
put
it.
those in the same category.
But
though,
they are though. They are literally in the same
They
category.
are also claymation, but they're not as good movies as like Nightmare Before Christmas.
But it's just like the style of it now just freaks me out.
Yeah,
It gives
I don't
me
like their mouths.
gives me the ick. Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
you know.
When you do that, you look just like one.
I know. I look just like I look like Wallace.
That's freaky. Excuse me. My number 2 is Scream. I have to go with the original classic number 1. I've never seen. I don't think I've seen anything after 3 or 4.
You haven't seen the new one?
I've not seen the new one.
It was really good.
I heard that it's really good.
That's the only one I've seen.
I do intend on watching it. The first Scream is so good.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like,
is it scary?
no.
Okay, I want to watch it, but I'm just
Yeah. So like my thing with like horror movies, right? Like scary movies is like scary movies nowadays, they will literally scare you to death.
Yes.
Like
traumatized.
I struggle to go and watch them.
Yes.
But like classic, and I'm trying not to sound like a pretentious jerk who's like, I like the classic Halloween movies.
Right.
Because mostly I don't. Like I think Halloween, gonna be honest, not that great of a movie. I know it's a hot take. Yeah. John Carpenter's Halloween, like really, I don't think it's that great.
Yeah, but those old slashers aren't scary anymore because movie special effects have gone.
And that's
we're
exactly
so
my point.
desensitized.
Yeah.
To
So
that
like
stuff.
those classic scary movies, they were very scary at their time, but they were also very scary
Nightmare on
because of
Elm
how
Street,
real,
Jason, all
like
of
Halloween was like a very like real thing that could like there could be a slasher,
right,
in a neighborhood,
Serial
right?
killers were all
back in the 60s, 70s, you know, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
But like Scream in my case, Scream, what it does is like it's a movie about slasher movies. Like it's meant to be a take on slasher films. Oh gosh.
Ooh.
And I really like that.
Yeah, it's like a play on it.
Like a meta thing.
Yeah.
So I really like Scream. Plus it's got some good jump scares. It's got some laughs. So I enjoy Scream a lot. But I do like those classic scary movies when it comes to like scary movies. I'm going to watch the classic ones over Insidious because Insidious scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, Insidious is like one of the
cried
scariest movies
seeing Insidious
of all
3
time.
in the theaters. Like legitimately cried. I was so scared.
Crazy. That and like Hereditary is like one of the scariest movies of
Never
all
seen
time.
that, but I heard that it's scary.
Yeah, those are ones I just like. I won't watch unless I have a big group of people and all the lights are on. And I'm sober.
And then you're gonna watch a comedy right after.
And then we're gonna watch
or a rom-com or something.
We're gonna watch, you know, Cinderella and just cry. Yeah, I can't. I haven't had that like scenario where I have the people to watch it with either.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just like, meh.
Yep.
My number 3 pick. Hopefully I didn't take one of yours because I feel bad. Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus is my number 6.
Oh,
it was one of my
thank
backups.
Okay, good.
It almost was my top 3. In my top 3 because I love that movie.
I love Hocus Pocus not because of the witches, but because of like the brother sister story and everything, like the actual like was happening. And I do like the sisters. I think they're funny. They're very creative.
Oh, absolutely.
They're great. The acting's phenomenal.
Wasn't the biggest fan of Hocus Pocus 2, gonna
I
be
didn't
honest.
see it because I got such bad reviews and that's disappointing.
I think they just like they tried too hard to like make it really good. Whereas I think if they had just like made a movie, it would have been great.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they were like trying so hard to like one, make it current,
Mm-hmm.
and two, make it like a good sequel. It's like just make them. Just make
they
a
also
movie.
tried to redo everything they already did.
Yeah.
Like all the clips I saw, how they had like the singing moment, like the
them
pop
flying
song.
on vacuums.
Yeah,
I thought that was
I'm like, you've already
thing.
done these things. You don't need to do these things again.
Yeah.
Like the movie happened once. Do something new.
Yeah.
But I love the first one. That's kind of where I started really liking black cats too, because Binks is such a like sweet cat, and
how
like,
can you not love Binks?
he's like the hero. I love it. But again, it's the sibling relationship, because I have my older brothers, and I totally get that. So I always that one's a close to home one.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a solid choice.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3, Trick or Treat.
I've never seen that.
I saw it for the first time a couple years ago. I'd never heard of it. Never seen it.
I don't even know what it's about or anything, but I've heard of it.
Yeah,
and I know the kid character thing.
Yeah. It's a little bit more on the, not like super scary either, but it's more on the scarier side.
Yeah, it's meant to be more of a horror movie.
Yeah. But wasn't one that I like had to like cover my eye. Like if I'm watching a really scary movie, I will sit there and be like this.
Yeah.
Or plug my ears, because it's the music that gets you.
Right.
But this one is like, it's almost like got like a mystery aspect to it. Like you're trying to figure out what's happening. I've only seen it once, so like there's probably some stuff that I'm totally forgetting about it. I just remember really liking it. Gosh. But it was, if you haven't, you said you haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
You have to watch it. It's very good.
Okay.
I think it's a very good movie.
I'll have to check it out.
But it's got some it's got like cool stuff.
What?
It's a good movie.
It's got cool stuff in it.
It's got a cool Halloween vibe to it. That's sort of the word I'm trying to think of.
Okay, back on our...
I was trying not to say vibes again.
Yeah, okay.
Number 4.
I'm looking at my last, so I have 4 more picks. And I am so torn between what I genuinely like more out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what I have, I'm going to say, written down.
Okay.
Put Black Swan, which I realize isn't...
It's the one with Natalie Portman, right?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
It's more of a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Not really like a Halloween movie either. It's just more of like a... Not horror like Conjuring, but it's a psychological thriller that's like pretty like... Yeek. It makes you feel like icky.
Yeah.
Like, I love it though. The music's great. The story's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really psychologically thrilling, if you will.
That's crazy.
No, but it's one of those ones where you're like you're staring at it wide open, like eyes wide open. You're like, oh my God, the whole time.
Yeah.
As it just continues getting like worse and worse and worse.
Ooh.
So I think it's really good. It's not too scary to like just casually watch, but not at the level of Joker, but at that same like kind of like you have that sinking feeling afterwards, or as you're watching the end, where you're just like, damn.
Yeah.
Like you kind of need to like just kind of like lay down and stare at the sky afterwards. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I love it.
My number 4, pretty out there pick. I don't think it would be on anybody's list. Goosebumps.
Oh.
No. What?
I thought you were gonna do Frankenweenie.
No. Goosebumps.
The newer one?
No. Yeah, with Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, off topic really quick, they're making a series. They're making a Goosebumps show with
Yeah, fuck that puppet.
What's his name? Ross from Friends.
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
David Schwimmer.
Yes.
He is playing the main character in the show.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
I didn't see. I'm not a Goosebumps. I never read them.
I never read them either.
Okay.
I think I read maybe 1 or 2 of them when I was a kid. But I saw the movies and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, and I love Jack Black.
Yeah.
And so I watched the first one. They made 2. I like both of them.
Oh, I didn't even
the first one is so good.
Really?
Yeah, so good.
Interesting.
And it's like, again, it's like a. It goes down the same like vine of like classic scary movie. Like it's got like your good like classic jump scares, but like nothing that like scares the crap out of you.
Isn't it a kids like a PG-13?
Yeah, it is.
Thing?
It's PG-13.
So, jump scares, but not like horror.
I'm gonna run out of theater terrified.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's Jack Black, so funny.
Right.
Very very good. Good story too.
Okay.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah, love it.
That's your number 4?
It's my number 4.
Wow.
I love that movie. It is so good.
I'm surprised.
I've seen it like probably a dozen times. So,
damn.
Yeah, good movie.
Okay. I just thought of another one that I...
Well, you got to put your number 5 now.
No, I know. But I'll say it'll be an honorable mention.
Okay.
You'll probably agree. But my number 5 is It Follows. Have you ever heard or seen
I've
that
heard
movie?
of it. I have not seen it.
That's like the first like horror movie I think I ever saw.
Okay.
And it isn't really a horror movie either. It's only suspense. Like,
so it just keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time?
yeah. Do you know what it's about?
No.
So basically,
I'm assuming something following.
Yeah. So basically, it's like a metaphor for like STDs.
Huh?
But yeah, but it's a horror movie. So what happens is this girl gets like drugged and assaulted in her car.
Oh.
And then the guy like ties her up and ties her to a chair, and he like sits her in the thing, and he goes, "Okay." He's like, "You have this."
You have chlamydia.
No, he's like, "You have this entity connected to you now.
Okay.
The only way to like pass it on is to like hook up with someone else or whatever or something like that." He's like, "It's gonna follow you until it catches up to you and kills you. So you have to like get rid of it or whatever or whatever."
And the only way is to sleep with somebody?
Basically, it's kind of like how it works. It's kind of weird, but
You're like pimping her out?
but what happens is no one else can see it but you. So you can be like talking in a room, and she looks out the window, and there's just like an old woman slowly walking towards it. You know that snail trend?
Yeah.
Where the snail's always following you? It's
But
just like that.
It's an old woman?
But it's all random people. It shows up,
Yeah.
it appears to her as different people. So she could just be in the mall, and she just sees one person slowly walking towards her.
You're freaking me out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's
There's
no jump scares. There's no like, I don't want to like spoil the ending or anything, but like that's all. Like she'll just be hanging out with friends, and you like in the background of the camera, like in the distance, you just see a thing slowly walking.
I need you to. You're giving me.
Now you're
I
turning
don't.
around. Yeah, it's freaky as fuck, and like obviously like they go through trying to how they're gonna defeat this thing, because I don't like whatever, but. It was it puts me on such an edge. I don't watch it like often. I have to be like with people and in the mood to watch it.
I'm so like uncomfortable right now.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's so scary. But again, it's all one big like metaphor.
They're always walking slowly.
Yeah, no, they don't ever run.
I don't know what scares me. I don't know what scares me more. Yeah, like I don't know if like fast crawling things scare me more or slow walking things scare me more.
No, it's the
people that walk slow
walking
in my direction.
Yeah,
freak me out.
Yeah.
I'll knock something out. I swear.
That's exactly. So don't watch this, but that's exactly what happens. And then none of her friends can see him. So when they're like trying to defeat it and stuff, she's trying to be like, "It's right there," and like they're like, "What? And they just see things like moving. They see her getting like thrown to the side. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a really good movie though, because it's super underrated for how scary and like you literally don't go out in the dark after watching it, because you just don't know what's like.
I won't look over my shoulder right now because I'm afraid something's right there. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep looking over your shoulder. Paranoid.
I'm gonna throw my phone at you.
Yeah, so that's my number 5 pick. Wholesome.
That's a good one.
It's a good Halloween movie.
My number 5 pick is the original Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
Good pick.
So good.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. That's such a good pick.
And not to say the new one isn't good. The new Haunted Mansion, very good.
I sobbed.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
No.
Oh, I cried.
You cried?
I cried.
Is there a sad part in it?
Yeah. The guy being like, "I need to just die." He's like, "I'm not happy."
Oh, yeah.
And like the little kid being like, "No, I'm unhappy." And I was like, "What?"
And I'm like, "No, I'm unhappy."
Actually. No, but like, this is a kid's movie.
Yeah. No, but the original Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
The bride.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. With the singing heads, the singing busts.
Shoot, I haven't seen that. I need to rewatch that.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
So good.
Yeah, they have the whole wedding and the kids. Damn.
Yeah. And it's funny. That is
really
a funny movie.
That's a good Eddie Murphy.
It's so good.
Underrated too. Most
Yeah.
people don't even know it exists.
Yeah.
When they came out with the other one, people were confused when it was being called like the second movie.
Yeah.
They were like, already been one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good.
Great film.
Yep.
What were your honorable mentions?
Hocus Pocus is my number 6. Beetlejuice is my number 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't put it because it's just.
Yeah. Haven't seen the new one.
I haven't either.
But Beetlejuice is good. And then an odd one again. Because I'm a big fan of like mashup movies. Like you know how on Disney Channel they would like bring shows together.
Yeah.
Freddy vs. Jason. Classic.
I thought you were gonna say like Hannah Montana and this
no.
crossover episode. I'm like,
no, Freddy vs. Jason.
really?
Yeah, just because like I'm like
not Sharknado.
No, not Sharknado.
That's a Shark Week movie.
But Freddy vs. Jason for sure.
Wow.
Watching two evil people who like almost never can die.
Yeah.
Just try and kill each other. Love it. Love it.
My honorable mentions were Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, good one.
Which is another psychological thriller.
Very psychological
I don't think
thriller,
it's scary. I think it's just a thriller.
Yeah.
I saw someone make a TikTok edit of that, and it was like changing it to be a rom-com or something. So like it played like upbeat music and like showed her talking to him and like laughing and stuff. And it's just like, God. Okay, peeps, you have too much time.
Yeah.
My other pick, Warm Bodies. So I forgot we had talked about it, whatever, like 2 episodes ago, and now I might go watch it after this.
I might have to watch that.
That's such a good
right now.
movie. I love that movie. I haven't seen it
so good.
And then my last one, which isn't on my list, but I just want to talk about. Have you ever seen Monster House?
The animated movie?
The only one
I'm just
named
making
Monster
sure
House.
I know. Yeah.
Do you know have you paid attention to that movie? Like the story?
I mean, I watched the movie.
But do you know like the background with the guy and his wife?
No.
How the house is his wife?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
But
thought
isn't the house evil?
Yeah, because she was a circus freak. One of the
you can't say that anymore.
But I'm saying she was called a circus freak and was like abused at the circus by people throwing shit at her and whatnot.
Was she like the bearded woman?
No, she was just like a large lady who couldn't speak. She was mute and stuff. So she was just, and the time.
She was just a large lady who was mute.
It was bad. And but she died by falling into the concrete foundation of the house. There were kids. That's why so quick story.
Maybe I don't know this movie.
You haven't seen the movie.
I've seen the movie for sure.
I have studied this.
Because there's like a little fat kid.
Yeah, so you know how every time the kids put the like toys on the lawn, the house eats them toys. Yeah. And the house kicks the kids off the yard. Yeah. So back when the couple was younger, they had just bought the house. They were building the house. They bought the land, building the house. Some kids ran onto the lawn, and the old lady doesn't like kids because of her trauma from the circus.
Because they would throw things at her.
And so she's just like, get off. And he's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, they didn't mean anything. And she, like, freaks out, trips, falls into the foundation of the house while the concrete is pouring, and she dies. And then that's why she becomes the house.
That's crazy. That's not how that would work at all.
No, well, it is in Monster House.
Yep.
And that's why she doesn't like the house doesn't like the kids. That's why.
So it's like
that's why he's super protective of the house.
If Up took a different turn.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. For sure. Totally different.
If Up was a Halloween movie, it would be Monster House.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why he loves the house. That's why when they destroy the house, it's like tragic for him. But it's also like her moving on and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. But that's a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Which is what I don't understand. Like, why?
To teach kids not to torture people.
Yeah. That's the lesson there. I think
there's always a lesson, right?
There's way more lessons in that film. Yeah. I don't know. You gotta read up on Monster House.
I guess so. It was it's a movie I just don't really care all that much about.
Yeah. That's my rant about Monster House.
Yeah.
It's also a banger of a movie.
Yeah.
That's all.
Nice. Did you have something you wanted to
start us with?
Yeah.
Oh man. Did you change it. Still in movie world.
That's our draft.
Still in movie world, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
I'll delete that off my list. I figured. Oh well, I sent it to you. I don't know, but you probably didn't watch it.
I haven't seen it yet.
That's all right.
Mr. Tom.
Mr.
Cutie
Holland.
Patootie.
I was literally gonna say somebody that we both are in love with.
Somebody we both have a big crush on.
Yeah.
Little birdie.
On Jimmy Fallon.
Little birdie who likes to chit chat sometimes.
Yep. And that's the dog barking.
There's the dog the dog that's barking. Said something on Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, he did.
He confirmed.
Big
Big confirmation
Yeah.
that Spider-Man 4 is happening with him.
Spider-Man 4,
With
he is in it.
him.
I saw that this morning. I saw it at my lunch, and I was like, I have never been more excited. And I say that a lot. I say I've never been more excited, probably so many times.
Sure.
If you ask anybody in my family, specifically my mom and my brother, they will say that every movie I go to is my favorite movie ever.
Sure.
And I say now it's like I'm so excited. I've never been more excited. But like I legitimately,
So why?
Why have I never been more excited?
Yeah.
Because
what's this one?
Because every Spider-Man before Tom Holland
has led up to this.
No more than 3 movies, right?
This is true. We're breaking
ground here. 4 movies. Tom Holland's back, and he took a year off acting. He took a year off.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is it. He's never coming back to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it sucks, but he's not coming back.
Yeah.
But he is back. They start filming next summer.
Yeah.
I am so, and mostly because, like, here's the thing, right? Is the story isn't over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we all need to know
what happens.
What happens with him and MJ.
He's now at prime Toby
Yeah.
version, like Tobey Maguire's
absolutely.
timeline.
Like the first 3 movies were the beginning of his story.
Yes.
And so we're finally at we've got Spider-Man.
We have Spider-Man. I'm feeling a big bad villain.
I'm so excited.
I'm feeling friendly neighborhood vibes.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to space, hopefully.
No, I don't think it's going to be anything.
They're going to go traditional, New York big scale battle.
I hope they bring back John Watts as the director. I hope I don't think he will, but I hope he does direct it.
And the other thing with this is Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out 2027. So
27.
2027. Which means
didn't it come out last year? The most recent one. Why do we have to wait 4 years? For this
it came
movie?
out at the beginning of this year. Came out this spring.
Oh, are you sure? You sure about that? Into the Spider-Verse, right? Was this one?
Yes.
Or was it Across? What was the first one?
It was Across. Into was the first.
Into, then Across, and now Beyond.
2023.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
Yep.
Oh, no, the other Spider... Wait. Anyways, I'm just stupid. 2023. So, yeah.
So
Beyond
years.
the Spider-Verse, which these movies go back to back, too. This is... that last one...
Oh, that one, the way my heart was racing.
Best movies I've ever seen.
It might be the best Spider-Man movie to date.
I would put it up there. I would say it's number 2.
What's number 1? No Way Home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
you
mean,
have to, it is all of them.
Yes, but also all of them even more in Across the Spider-Verse.
That is true. Which is what I'm saying is this going to be tied? Are we finally going to see
I hope so.
Miles? Are we going to see...
I would love to see Miles Morales in the MCU. Which, technically speaking, he is now with the Spider-Verse movies. Technically speaking, because they added Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield into them.
Right. And who'chamacallit's Prowler is in them.
Yes. Aaron Davis.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, what's his name? The real life actor, not the animated. He was in...
Yeah, I'm just saying the character's name.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways.
What is his name?
Gambino? Childish Gambino?
Yep, what's his real name?
Don't ask me.
I can't think of it either. Dang it.
That's embarrassing. Anyways.
Yeah.
But, yeah, those probably will come out within the same 3 years.
Probably, yeah. If they're shooting in summer 2025. If they're shooting
next year.
It'll be out at the latest end of 2026. Or at the earliest end of 2026.
That's what I'm saying. So they wouldn't come out at the same time. Could you imagine?
No, Sony wouldn't do that.
No.
That would be dumb of them.
No.
What if they come out the same year?
That'd be big Spider-Man year. Year of the
big
Spider.
Big year of the Spider. What is 27? What is 2027? If 2027 is the year of the Spider.
There is no year of the Spider.
You don't know that?
I do.
How do you know all the years?
Because year of the Spider isn't a thing.
Donald Glover.
Riley
texted.
Really? You can't phone a friend.
I needed... Thank God she's listening because I needed to know.
The year of the goat, which is Spider-Man.
Yeah, the goat. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's big.
I'm
that's
so excited.
Coming out in the next few years along with the other one. That's 2 big Spider-Man
Two big Spider-Men.
Two big Spider-Men coming out within the same, I would say, 2-year span.
Probably, yeah.
My guess will be within the same time.
But I'm so excited to find out what happens.
One,
where Spider-Man goes after No Way Home.
Yeah.
And now that like nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
And 2, what's gonna happen with him and Ned, him and MJ?
Do you think anyone knows who he is?
Yes.
Who do you think?
I think
Thor? Off-world people?
You could argue because they're
like
off-world.
That one?
But I think it's anyone in didn't he say anyone in this universe?
I'd have to rewatch.
I'd have
to listen to the audio.
So I think if they could argue that anybody
or
off-world.
Or you're saying like Loki.
Well, no.
Multiverse people.
I think maybe multiversal people would know, but I think that maybe, just maybe, Doctor Strange found a way to put himself outside of the spell.
Yeah.
I
hate Doctor Strange.
What?
I love him until that movie. Until he like got mad at Spider-Man for all like the changes and stuff. If that was happening, he should have said, "Stop, time out. Let's make a list.
Let's write it down.
Let's write everything down.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have a good movie. Then we wouldn't
He
have
was
Andrew Garfield and Tobey
stupid.
Maguire.
You're right. I think they remember.
I think they will too,
him
because
too.
they're not in that universe.
Right, and if they somehow make an appearance,
If they came back again, I would lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my marbles.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either.
I
don't think we need it that time.
I wouldn't be surprised if they come back in a flashback, or if they come back in like Tom is losing his shit because no one knows him and he doesn't know how to live. He's stressed out and he sees them in other people or something, and he thinks that or something like that.
That'd be interesting.
Or like again, like Beyond or Into the Spider-Verse and all that.
Here's
stuff.
what I want, right? I want him to like save MJ from something, and like as he's swinging down and grabs her and sweeps her literally off her feet,
like realizes
it just like comes like rushing back.
Do you want it all to come back to her? Or do you want him to start over their love?
I want it to come back.
I want it all to come back
because I want that
so
moment
bad.
where she just breaks down crying because she remembers everything.
The villain?
I'll cry.
Well, Ned's the villain in
the
comics.
I hope that doesn't happen. I love Ned. I love him so much.
I think it's gonna be Ned.
I think the
and I think MJ is gonna be like the bait or something. I don't know.
Oh no. So you think Ned is gonna like remember first and then use MJ against Peter?
I think it would be like a whatchamacallit.
But how would Ned turn evil at this point?
How
would Ned turn evil at this point?
Well, he got into MIT, right? So his life's good now. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know what would make him evil. I feel like just because
I hope they don't go down that route.
But they like kind of poked at it.
But we always see the best friend go evil in the
Yeah, which is why you don't want him to do the copy paste.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there any other Spider-Man villains that you'd want to see? I can't think of that many.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson
like
as
Brother Prowler.
No, as Hunter. Who's the Hunter guy? Kraven the Hunter.
Oh.
They're making the Kraven movie, which is probably going to be terrible.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else?
Yeah.
The drop of Venom.
Oh yeah.
From the cutscene.
That's unanswered. Granted, Marvel, MCU, Sony, they all do a lot of good job of leaving open ends or loose ends that they're not tying up.
It could be a.
I would love to see Venom in the movie.
Yeah, like I would maybe it takes over Ned. No, it won't. But like, it's not a Spider-Man, like not Spider-Man as Venom. It's him against Venom again. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to
So many
take
options.
it.
So many options. I'm just excited. Honestly, they can do anything they want. I'm not going to dislike the movie.
Right now, because we know nothing, I'm more excited for Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Sure. We also know nothing about that, but.
Well, we know how the last one ended.
We know how the last Spider-Man ended, too.
That one's more open-ended, though. I don't know. But hearing that, I saw the same damn TikTok this morning. I was like,
so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh my god. Also that Chris Hemsworth is potentially going to be Prince Charming in a live action movie. I was like, my heroes are coming back.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, they just announced that today. Potentially. He's
got some potential.
We'll see. But it's making me happy that all these people are still in film, because these are some really awesome actors, and I hate for them to die with their heroes too.
Yeah.
Not that Thor's dead, but You know, like
I don't think we're getting any more Thor though. After Love and Thunder,
I think he'll get
cameos.
Yeah,
I liked Love and Thunder.
I thought it was a great movie. I don't know why people hated
I don't know.
movie. I thought it was phenomenal. Is it the best Thor?
No.
Is it better than Dark World? Yes. But
also Dark World I don't hate.
I don't hate that much.
Is Dark World the best movie in the MCU? No. Is it better than Hulk? Yes.
No, but I definitely feel like poor Hulk.
Yeah. I don't hate Hulk either, just for the record. I don't hate a single MCU movie. Not a single one. I love them all.
I don't think I hate one. I don't enjoy Hulk. And
Okay, I'm not gonna be like, let's watch Hulk.
Yeah, that's not gonna like if
Whereas I will be like, let's watch Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, exactly. I think Thor shouldn't have his own movie, but should be in multiple more movies.
Hope we get I hope he's in the next Avengers movies.
I do and I don't.
We could go down a whole Marvel road.
I know
we're jumping off this train.
So
Tom Holland confirmed Spider-Man 4. So excited. Let's go. Woo!
Year of the Goat.
Year of the Goats. And my next thing.
Yeah, you go for it.
Staying on the Tom Holland thing because I think you started
I
hinting at
mentioned
this
it
at the
earlier.
beginning, right? When you said that you've been sober for 24 years.
Yeah.
Which is a lie.
Which is not a lie.
Yeah. Tom Holland also
has been sober.
for
and he released a
year now.
Over a year.
Over a year now.
Yeah.
Which, wondering if that's part of the reason he took off.
I think so.
From acting.
I think he took time for himself.
Sober up, which I didn't know he had a drinking problem.
I didn't either.
So good on him for making that decision.
He was in a theater production though.
I think he was, yes.
So he didn't
go to rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't take a time out from it.
Yeah. No, he just took it upon himself to decide to be sober. Good for him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
give it up.
Have you watched the interview?
I saw the interview of him with the new drink that I want to talk about really quick, and the Spider-Man thing. I didn't watch the whole.
So
thing.
he talks about his journey, and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I know that he said by his birthday if he could. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think he talked about it pretty well too.
Yeah. And then I also want to give props to Zendaya for sticking with him through all that,
supporting him through everything and whatnot, and not saying anything or
nobody knew until I'm sure people knew, but I don't think anybody really knew until he brought it up on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. Which again, props to him. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
He created a non-alcoholic beer.
Yep.
Called Biro.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool.
Yeah.
But and here's where I'm gonna maybe roast Tom Holland a little bit. I don't see the point.
I do. But I will.
Of non-alcoholic beer. What is, if you see it,
tell
me.
It already exists.
I know that,
okay.
Yeah.
But the way he explained it and the way I understood it is the same thing with liquid death. Have you seen the water?
What is that, by the way?
It's simply just
canned water.
Canned water, kind of like electrolyte boosted water or whatever.
Okay.
But the point of it is so when you're at a social setting,
you have a
can in your hand that's not a girly can or a water bottle. It looks cool. It's like a dark it looks like a beer logo, you know.
Okay.
And the same thing with Coors non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
You're holding a bottle, you're clicking open a bottle. It's part of it's mentally for you, so you're doing that, but also
scratching that itch.
Yeah, but also personally, whenever I'm in a social setting, I need to hold something in your hands, to hold something. I need to be touched for just my own purposes. So being able to go to the bar with everyone and to order with everyone, it's like a social.
Okay.
Because
then I'm fully on board again.
Drinking is such a social activity.
It is, yeah.
And so when you're in a whole group of people and you're all standing together and everyone's drinking a beer and you're just holding a cup of water in a glass,
you feel. Yeah.
You feel isolated without even trying. And everyone in that room could support you and love you. It could be literally your best friend.
Feels
but
that
you
way,
feel like you have to be drinking.
Yeah.
And so the point of the non-alcoholic
thing what I was
gonna
say, my thing is personally, right? And some people like beer. And I don't dislike beer, but
why would you want to drink the flavor?
I think beer tastes bad.
Sure.
Why would you want to drink it if there's not alcohol?
Right.
Is the road I was going to go down.
Right. But that's the same thing as getting a virgin Bloody Mary, virgin pina colada.
Yeah.
You can still get a fun fruity drink at a bar.
But fun fruity tastes good.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It's the equivalent. Some people do like beer.
I guess so.
Or they really, really like beer. They're trying to not like beer as much, and they're trying to.
And so that's what it is. For me, it's if I never drank beer again, I wouldn't be bothered because I don't think beer tastes that great.
Sure.
Now, if I never had a Jack Apple with cranberry juice again, I'd be a little upset because I love Jack Apple and cranberry juice.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going to drink cranberry juice.
I've had the non-alcoholic beer before, and
I've gotten one, but I've never consumed it.
It's very hoppy taste. Like, it tastes like a beer.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it only because it was so, like,
So you have to, like, really like beer to like non-alcoholic.
So I have yet to find any that I've liked.
Yeah.
Because I do like some beers. Like, I can totally drink, like, a Blue Moon or whatever, but it was just, like, a very hoppy. It just tasted like a Bud Light, you know, where you're just like...
Yeah.
Or even like a Natty Light or something.
Oh,
where
my,
you're like,
terrible.
Like a cheap college beer is
Yeah.
like basically what they taste like.
Yeah.
But I also bought cheap brands. I haven't tried a very nice brand. Zero might be very good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious how popular it gets, or
I'm
like
willing
how
to bet,
like widespread.
I think it'll be
grocery stores.
I think it'll be very popular
Because of him or because of
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
But cool. Okay. Well, thank you for.
Yeah, there's science.
Yeah.
Or social science. I don't know.
It's
psychology.
It's a science. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my 2
Interesting.
cents on
Yeah,
it.
I was about to totally just roast.
No, but you totally can't
non-alcoholic
because I
beer.
agree. Why would you buy
Just
something
get a
that
pop.
tastes like beer? Yeah, I would just rather have a
If you want to
soda.
drink something carbonated, just get a
but
pop. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of like
It is very much
the
like the social
social-
aspect of it. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's cool.
I'm so
But yeah,
sorry.
good for.
Sorry to not let you roast.
No. It's because I would have sounded like a complete jerk, 100%.
And they're like, yeah, that's great. You say that. Actually.
Yeah. So no, but I still stand by like the why drink beer if it's not alcohol.
Right.
But
like if they made like a can, like not even can, but if they made, I don't know. I guess it would be the same as going to the bar and getting a Coke, but like getting it so it looks like a Jack and Coke, you know, where it's on the rocks. There's still
give
a
me
little
Coke
straw.
on the rocks.
Don't give me like a can of Coke at the bar. I want it to like
because then everyone's gonna be like,
on the
"You're
rocks."
drinking Coke."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have it with the ice and the little mini straw in it, it's not as bad.
Or give me
lime,
water with a cherry in it.
Put a lime in it. Yeah. God, I won't get that at the bar. But yeah, that's basically.
Yeah. Well.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
I can't imagine.
I've got two more things.
Yeah, go for you because I took one of yours. So go for your thing.
My next thing, we both went, and we'll just touch briefly on this. We were going to talk about this last week. We both went to a wedding that we had mentioned that we were going to a couple episodes ago. And we were talking about this last week, and we were trying to like rate, because we said we were going to rate weddings from now on, right? Turns out, not easy to do.
No,
not easy to rate
hard.
weddings.
It's very hard.
It is very hard. So we decided scrap that idea entirely. We're not rating weddings. We are going to touch briefly on this wedding. And I will say right off the bat, food.
Did we not talk about it?
No, we didn't.
I
We said we were going
it.
to. We talked about it before the episode, but we didn't actually talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Food was food
Phenomenal.
one of the ratings though?
Yeah, food is one
So
of the ratings.
just right off the top, food phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was
What was the
so
best?
good.
What was the best thing that you put on your plate?
Chicken and waffles, hands down.
Oh, you
Chicken
had
and waffles
them?
at a wedding?
Banger.
So brilliant idea.
I didn't get them because I got the steak. So I was like,
I had that too, which I also thought was good.
The steak was pretty good.
Yeah.
The mashed potatoes were good.
Don't like mashed potatoes, but chicken and waffles
That's
all
on you.
the way.
Yeah, that was a good pick. I
Yeah.
would do that at my wedding.
Yeah.
Just I saw that. I was like, was it syrup all over it?
Yeah, not all, but yeah.
Okay.
There was syrupy, but it wasn't
I
like
was trying
drenched.
to figure. That's why I didn't get it, is because I don't like syrup.
Oh my
and
God.
so the fact that, but I get why it was prepared like that. I
Yeah.
was like, that's so smart. Like
Yeah.
making it like like sliced
Yeah.
and piled up.
So good.
Like, shoot,
Oh, it was so good.
Why haven't I thought of that before?
Yeah. Now, I will admit, and I'm gonna say right now, Joe, if you're watching, this podcast, which I highly doubt you ever will, I will.
Oh, I thought you were talking to your like future self.
no,
I was
no.
like, uh-oh.
No, the person whose wedding we were at. I will, and Lauren knows this because Lauren had some. I did bring a flask.
Throw me under the bus.
I brought. It was a dry wedding, which is totally fine. My first ever dry wedding. Have you ever been to one?
That was my first wedding as like an adult.
Oh.
The last wedding I went to, I was like 16.
Okay. Well, this was my first dry wedding.
Okay.
Every wedding I've gone to has a lot of alcohol.
Wow.
So this is my first dry wedding. So not that I can't have fun without alcohol. I sound like an alcoholic. Who would drink beer without alcohol in it?
You should try beer up.
But I brought a flask full of Jack Daniels.
That was so wild.
And I did make the joke right after the ceremony was over, and I was like, all right, I can't wait to spike they had lemonade, which, by the way, did you have some of the lemonade?
I tried to sip.
So good.
Really good lemonade.
So good.
Yeah, for sure.
I made a joke that I was going to spike the lemonade. I did not spike the lemonade.
No.
But I did spike our lemonades and a couple other lemonades at our table.
You didn't spike them. You poured some in our cup.
I poured some. I poured some. I
Are
poured
you
some Jack
sure? Are you
Daniels.
okay? I poured some Jack Daniels. Jesus Christ.
But it was I didn't want to say I need alcohol to have fun. But I was like, I can't attend a wedding and not have at least a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah. I feel like
so I brought a flask.
Sue me.
I think if you want to have a dry wedding, that is your decision, by all means.
Yeah.
I'm not going to not go to your wedding because it's a dry wedding, but I'm going to provide myself
Are
with
you
some.
Say like dry wedding, but BYOB?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Like I'm not giving Grandma June alcohol.
Right. Like the family can stay doing what they're on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
But don't tell me what I can and cannot do.
Just because like in my I think the bride and groom can definitely tell you what you can and cannot do.
Sure. But I'm not going to show up and get belligerent, right?
Sure. You're going to stay respectful.
Yeah.
It's more just to have a
I had like 3 or 4.
Yeah. You were fine.
Jack and Cokes, Jack and Lemonades.
Yeah.
I was fine. That lemonade was so good. And a little bit of Jack Apple with it.
Yeah.
Even better.
That's the other thing. You had Jack Apple, which was perfect to go
Yes.
with the lemonade that they had. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That was my first wedding.
Yeah.
Like, as a 21-year-old in the first place. So
Wow.
I've always had dry weddings
in
my life. So it really didn't phase me or anything. But I get it. In my mind, like, weddings are always like crazy parties, like craziness with like everyone. I know everyone in the room type deal.
Yeah.
And so I just can't imagine like not having like drinks there just because like my family does like the themed drinks.
Again, it's like a social thing. It's just natural to like.
It is it's unfortunately a social thing where like it probably isn't a good thing that we're like but
alcohol. But the one thing that you had mentioned last week was so like we were out on the dance floor getting turned, as the kids might say 20 years ago.
Turn up on a Monday,
but the venue did turn the lights
turn it
down at all.
Yeah, so it
was brighter than my future in that dance floor, on that dance floor.
Yeah, the venue was cool, but they kept the
rooftop
lights on.
venue.
Yeah, the rooftop was
very
stunning,
nice. Yeah,
and
very
like
cool.
the setup was cool. And the inside was pretty too.
Yeah.
But they kept the lights on high for like all of dinner, which makes sense. You're eating, you need to see, you gotta be able to serve, and the waiters need to be able to like bring out the food and everything, whatnot. But then they kept them on.
When you turn that music on, and I'm hitting
it needs to be pitch black. I want strobe lights.
I don't want to see anybody's face anymore.
Yeah, that too. But like also like it's not like we were all like getting sweaty dancing or anything.
No.
But yeah,
not until Hot to Go came on.
Don't want to see
when Hot to Go came on.
We were like,
yeah, jacket came off.
The jacket did come off for Chaperone.
But you could see me. You could see my
light.
stank face.
It was brighter.
I don't want anybody
it was brighter
to see
than
my.
this.
Yeah,
it was brighter than this. It was like, boom. What are you dancing to, Joe? And you're like,
shine a flashlight on me next time.
Yeah. Which is I couldn't do that at my wedding.
And like at one point, somebody had gone over to start dimming the lights, and then they
turned them back up.
I was like, what?
So whatever the venue.
And again, that wasn't like them. It was
no,
the
that
venue.
was the venue. Whatever the venue, and maybe they were told that. Maybe that's how they traditionally do their weddings. I don't know, but the venue people just weren't letting like the vibes.
Yeah, they weren't letting the vibes vibe.
Kind of vibe, you know. I hate to say the vibe again, but that's like they just kind of, and not that they were lame. They were really good, like servers coming around,
oh my God,
keeping everything clean.
Yeah.
We needed the lights off.
You got to turn the lights down.
I can't dance with the lights bright. I'm gonna be honest.
Because I dance like an idiot.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
All bets are off.
Yeah.
You
can see me well.
I need like party glasses on.
Yeah.
You just look back and suddenly I'm holding like my 2 cats and you're like, how'd they get here?
Yeah.
You know, like it's got to go crazy.
I did see Joe showed me some pictures today at work from the wedding.
From the wedding?
Yeah.
Are we dancing?
No.
Thank
Apparently
God.
I'm only in one picture.
Oh my
And it's
God.
the picture that Riley and I took with Josie.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but that's the only
picture that
one
made it.
that I
They
made.
were like,
Yeah. I don't know that they
I
took pictures of us on the dance floor.
don't think so. They probably saw this group and they're like,
Yeah,
This
which
is not
like during
PG.
Hot to Go, you best be taking pictures of us hitting that
the Cupid
HOTTOGO.
Shuffle.
Oh my gosh,
The
yeah,
whole,
I forgot about the Cupid Shuffle.
whole group was on the dance floor for the
whole
Cupid
group.
Shuffle. Ma, Pa,
Grandma June.
Grandma June. We were all out there busting on
Yeah.
the Cupid Shuffle.
I'll tell you what, you turn on the Cupid Shuffle in a room full of white people, we will hit that Cupid Shuffle like no other mother truckers.
To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. We get so groovy to
Yeah.
that. Oh,
White
man.
people love Cupid Shuffle.
Is that a must play at your wedding?
Yes.
What time? I'm going middle.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a
couple
late
of
night.
drinks in.
Yeah, that's not a late night.
No,
for
late
me.
night you got to get out of the group dances.
Yeah.
Late night,
no,
it's like
the YMCA can be played early on,
Absolutely.
but you still have to have a couple drinks.
Yeah.
What's the other common one? 2 hops this time. Pew 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 pew. Right foot, let's stomp. What's it called?
Cha-cha slide.
Yeah.
I was like,
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So that one.
Yeah.
Banger.
Really early on, like really, really early, because you got to get the oldies off the floor
Sure.
or on the floor, I guess.
Sure.
Electric slide.
Yeah.
It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like Grandma June's hitting it hard to that.
No, just like they played this to the twist
Yeah.
and shout.
Yeah, my uncles
Twist
go hard to
and
that
shout.
song.
Come on, come on, come on, come on,
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, that can come on early on.
Yeah.
But the minute we hit the first hour, like not even of dinner, like first
Yeah.
hour of like pure just dance floor time.
Yeah.
All those group songs need to be played by the hour, and then they're done.
Yeah. Get them all out of the way, because at the end,
cha-cha
I want people out there just like.
Yeah, you have to see no men in jackets.
Yeah, no. I want to see
men
shirts
in white shirts
losing
soaked.
buttons.
I
like
want to
crazy.
see.
Yeah.
I want to see soaked white shirts because we're sweating.
I want to see.
I
I
wanna
want to
see
see
ties-
men's nipples.
I want to see ties on the head.
Yes.
I want to see ties on the girlfriend.
Yeah.
I want to see just like a hoop missing.
Yeah. At least one drink spilled in the center of the dance floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has to be rowdy
Yeah.
at least 2 to 3 hours in.
Yeah.
Because then people are gonna see like the bridal parties being too rowdy, and Grandma June's gonna be like, I said my piece.
Yeah.
She gonna head out, and then
Yeah.
the real music comes on.
But you get like
Get low.
Aunt Judy
Get
out there
low.
for one of the late songs.
Oh yeah. Yep. You get the random uncle that like isn't even an uncle. He just
Yeah.
comes out and he moves everyone out of the way, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's like the bartender. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta get to that point,
Yeah.
and you gotta get there efficiently.
But if those lights aren't off during any of
it
that,
ain't happening.
if I see sweaty man nipples in pure light, I'm running away.
That's my #1 Halloween movie.
Sweaty man nipples? With the lights on? Yeah.
Christ almighty.
Talk about It Follows. Ugh.
That will. I can't.
Oh, no.
Oh, my
Oh, God. Jeez.
I'm sweating right now.
Yeah.
I just got really into that dance party there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Overall,
Good point.
good wedding.
Really cute
Yeah.
wedding. No, it was. The bride and groom looked stunning.
Mhm.
They looked so
I'm
happy
gonna reach out to
together.
that place and say, can you give me your lemonade mix? Because
For real.
it was
Yeah.
delicious.
It was really good
Yeah.
all around. I don't dance with the lights on.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't do
Can't.
it. I can't pull a Chad from High School Musical 2. It's just
Sure,
too
yeah.
bright.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yep.
I don't dance. What else do you have?
I got one more thing.
Go for it.
Want me to hit it?
Yeah.
Excuse me
I think
again.
they're just yapping. I don't
That's
really have much
fine. Today.
Go.
So today is what's today? Wednesday the 23rd. This episode comes out Friday the 20th. Today's Friday the 25th when you're listening the day this comes out. Which means yesterday or tomorrow from when we're recording, Sabrina Carpenter will have performed at the Kia Center in downtown Orlando. I most likely will not be there because as we talked last
You're not
week,
camping.
not camp. I have to go right
You have
now
to-
if I want to get there on time.
Shit.
Well,
Well, let's end this and
yeah.
go.
But today, the 23rd
Yeah.
of October,
Yeah.
the year of our Lord 2024,
Yeah. Did you get tickets?
Sabrina Carpenter was at Disney World.
Was she at?
She was at Magic Kingdom and Epcot.
You're kidding.
I was because the day I was talking to my mom the other day, or yesterday, I was talking to my mom, and she was saying, I was looking at when she was performing because she was in Atlanta yesterday, and she's in Orlando tomorrow, and then Tampa the day after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a day in there. And my mom was saying she was like, well, these, celebrities, they'll plan, like, if they want to spend a day somewhere, like, they'll plan that, they'll put that into their tour schedule. And I'm like, oh, that's a good point. She was like, if the concert ends in Atlanta at 11, it's a, 8-9 hour drive from Atlanta to Orlando? And I'm like, yeah. So she was like, so, they leave right after the concert in Atlanta.
Does not fly?
No, I think they probably take a tour bus.
Damn.
She could fly, which gets her here even quicker. Who knows?
Yeah.
So let's say they take a tour bus, right? 8-9 hours from Atlanta to Orlando.
Sure.
She gets here, she sleeps on the tour bus, gets here first thing this morning, goes straight to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, why
hits
not?
Epcot in the afternoon. So she was spotted in Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. There's a TikTok of her.
Wow.
And then there's a TikTok of her on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wow, that's so cool.
I
what?
Am so mad that I work in Animal Kingdom. I rarely talk about where I work on this podcast, but I am so mad that I work in the park that so few celebrities come to.
Yeah.
Because
but our attraction's the most visited
it absolutely
out
is.
of any in the Animal Kingdom.
Like the most visited park by celebrities, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, duh.
Second most visited, Epcot.
Yeah.
We are 4th out of 4 on that list.
Yeah.
But Sabrina Carpenter was spotted and Barry was spotted in Magic Kingdom. Yeah. I'd fight him. Yeah. And then in Epcot. And I am
and you missed
so
it. You didn't
because
get to
I'll
see
tell you right
her.
now. I'll say what I said in our work group chat today. If she was there, I would have lost my job. And it would have been 1,000,000% worth it. I know this is 2 episodes in a row now. We're talking about Sabrina Carpenter.
But
I don't
she's
care.
Worth every episode.
She is worth every episode.
This is now Sabrina.
I'm gonna find her because we're in the same city, and I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah, you're currently in the same vicinity.
In the same vicinity as Sabrina Carpenter. I was even closer vicinity earlier today, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
You're
just like
I'm on edge right now. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna say, listen. We do a podcast. I need you to be on.
Oh my God.
5 minutes of your time. That's all I need.
I don't want her on this podcast.
Why not?
What are we going to entertain Sabrina Carpenter with?
We'll ask her the questions that we always ask.
What's your draft? Scariest Halloween movie?
Yeah. She'd love that. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
she's fun.
Yeah. But if she comes for next episode, she's got to wear a Halloween costume.
Okay.
You're like,
yeah.
Down. Banging.
Yeah. Sign me up for that.
That's crazy. I didn't know she was in the park.
She was in the parks.
Damn.
And my mom called it. And I am so mad that I couldn't see her. Now, but let's just say, right? She doesn't go on tomorrow until
she could
7
do a little
p.m.
morning thing. I know what's good in the morning.
Hits up Animal Kingdom for a nice morning safari.
Ooh.
I don't work tomorrow.
Go to the park.
If I
go to the park,
I'm gonna tell everyone.
Go to the park.
I should.
You don't go to the parks normally. Go to the park tomorrow.
Yeah.
And just...
I mean, I have plans tomorrow.
Well, aren't you special?
Yeah, well, no, it's moving. Like helping people move.
Happens.
Yeah.
Happens.
But I'm moving some of my own stuff. But if I find out that she's there, I'm dropping everything and I'm going 90 miles an hour to get there.
Oh my God.
I will do whatever
World
it takes.
Drive is gonna be shaking.
Yeah. I will.
Crazy.
Whatever.
Wow, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Man. I was.
People ask me in the break room today. They're like, "Did you get tickets?" I'm like, "Don't even talk to me about tickets right now." I go, "I can't."
You checked how much they are the day before, like day of?
No.
To see if they've dropped.
They're sold out.
Are they? You can.
Well, they're never really sold out.
Yeah.
Resale, but like I googled it today.
You should just.
And it was like $273 was like the cheapest I saw.
Much better than it was last week.
Sure, yeah, it's $273 I don't have.
For real.
Yeah.
I feel that. Ugh, man, I would love to go see her.
I know. So would I. Sorry, that was a little weird.
I hated that. I was like, yes, you would.
But she was, Magic Kingdom and Epcot today, and here I was. Walking around Animal Kingdom
with your little radio.
Yeah, with like a bump on a log. I almost asked yesterday. I saw a couple of like VIP tour guides. I almost asked them. I was like, give me the lowdown. Sabrina Carpenter gonna be here tomorrow? And I should have asked because they would have told me
no.
Well, they would have told me no, but I bet they would have known that she was gonna be in Magic Kingdom. And And I would have been like, thank you, I'm calling out of work and I'm going to Magic Kingdom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Get a point. Who cares?
Well, calling out and then going to a park, fireable, right?
Yeah.
I'm losing my job anyways for Sabrina Carpenter, so.
But the odds of you finding her in the park, you have to find the crowd and be there at the right time.
my Sabrina senses were on high alert. I would have found her.
You've got like a dowsing rod, just like sensing it. That's crazy. Yeah. Good Lord.
I jokingly said I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I would tackle her, and they're like, that's assault. I go, I would let her tackle me, and I'm like, then it's consensual.
I want her to tackle me.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy. I think that's actually fun. I walked past Childish Gambino. No.
Oh, really?
Backstage when he was here.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was coming into work and crossing the road there, and they were going back. And he waved to me because I waved to every group coming by just like nonchalantly, and I waved, and he waved and kept going.
And you're like you're the prowler.
Yeah, I freaked out because
so
it
cool.
didn't trigger at first. I was just like, I'm going into work.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I got into work and everyone's like,
I've met several celebrities in my almost 7 years with Disney.
I almost drove Jason Kelsey.
I put him on the Safari.
I was the one behind. You held for that? Are you kidding me? I was the truck waiting, holding behind load 1 for that.
Yeah.
Because you loaded at load 1 instead of load 2, and I could have. That should have been me. That whole family was there.
I know. Their mother is so nice.
And then I know.
Mama Kelsey, she's so sweet.
I drove my whole safari behind them, and he sat. I could see him the whole time and every turn, and I was just like,
yeah.
I
was this close.
I'll remember that.
No, even closer to Chris Evans when he was in Magic Kingdom a few years ago.
I'm so jealous.
I held open the Small World gate for him when I was working at Small World, and he said thanks, and I went, no words. Couldn't form words to Captain America. Yeah. It's also a lot smaller in real life.
Smaller in what ways?
Shorter and skinnier.
What is he, like 6'3"?
No.
Not?
He's 5'11". He's shorter than I am.
No.
I think he's 5'11".
He's not that little.
I think he is. The camera adds like 5 inches.
6 foot.
Oh, so he's as tall as I am.
So he's 43 years old. Wow, what a fine man.
Yeah. So he's the same height as I am, which is why he felt short.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You were expecting a super
I was expecting to look up. I was looking at eye level, so I assumed short.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
And he's, again, a lot. He's not nearly as muscular.
Bulked as
he wasn't bulked up in that moment, yeah. He's also got a calf tattoo, which was the weirdest thing to see on...
What is it?
I feel like I remember it being a 4-leaf clover, but don't quote me on that at all. I'm probably very wrong.
Interesting. That's great.
You're like, hey, Chris, just...
That's crazy. Let me just...
There you go, bud.
My shoulders.
Yeah.
Stretch it. Crazy.
Yeah. He said thank you to me, and I said no words. And I'm like, stupid.
Why I do this?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've seen my fair share, so I guess it's only fair that I didn't see the love of my life, Sabrina Carpenter, today.
She also will come back to Disney World.
Okay.
You're not.
Maybe not when I'm here.
Well, you might run into another occasion. Maybe you'll go to a concert.
Anyways, that's all I've got.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
the rest,
just depressed now.
I don't really have anything exciting either if you want to do trivia, but...
Yeah. Sorry, I'm deleting my notes to make sure that I don't talk about the same stuff next week.
No, so valid.
Take it to trivia.
Whee! Are we doing Halloween trivia again?
We can do Halloween trivia.
Is it different?
It'll be the same. Okay. Passcode is weird instead of Touch ID. Apple. Speaking of which, I got the new iPhone 16
Oh, yeah.
Pro
Why
Max.
didn't you even... I'm surprised you didn't bring that up because you've been bragging about it.
Because, I mean, like, that's really all I can do is brag about it. But, like, how much more can I really say than I got the new iPhone?
Sure.
I love it a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Okay, pick a number that isn't 13, 31, or 33.
We'll go with a lucky 17.
17. What do Vanilla Ice, Willow Smith, Rob Schneider, John Candy, and Michael Landon all have in common? I have no clue. This is Halloween trivia? Who's Vanilla Ice?
I'm just gonna throw a really crazy guess out there, but I really don't know.
Willow Smith, Rob Schneider, John Candy, Michael Landon. John Candy, that's the guy from... He was in Home Alone.
Okay, I'm locking in my...
He was in... He just plays a small role in Home Alone, I think. But I think I know he's known for many other things besides Home Alone, but that's what I remember him from.
I don't know what this is.
Vanilla Ice, Willow, Rob Schneider, John Candy, Michael Landon.
Should we do a different one, or do you wanna
I think I know what it is.
Oh shit.
I'm locked in. What's yours?
Mine was like their parents are in horror movies, or their parents are in like an alien or scary movie.
I said Born on Halloween.
Oh, that's probably it, isn't it? Is it because you Googled it?
No, I did.
I thought you were Googling one of the people.
No,
is that what it is?
No. They were all born on Halloween. Let's go. It just it hit me as I know. I didn't Google it, I swear. It hit me as I was like, what could be? This is Halloween trivia.
That makes sense. That's why I was like, oh, maybe they're all like in like movies with aliens in it, you know?
Maybe.
And I didn't know what that is, so I was like, oh, maybe because of Will Smith is alien. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh,
Good guess.
Good call. That
Thank
I would
you.
never have thought of guessing that.
As soon as I wrote it down, I was like, I got this. I'm right.
Yeah, that was good.
That ties us 2-2.
I'll take it.
Oh boy, you finished yours. I am so full on mine.
Ooh, that's awkward.
Lauren, where can the people find you?
The people can find me on Instagram at lou.mcdonald. That's L, 2 U's, not W, .mcdonald. And that's it. And my eat of the week. I made steak last night.
What kind?
I got like stir fry and did a like grill. Well, that's why it's full, because you're gonna just pour it down yourself anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I did like a grill marinade on it, marinated for 2 hours, and then did on the skillet. I haven't made steak in a while, or like just red meat in general. That's such a lie. I had beef last week. But I made like steak this time, and it was so good.
Yeah.
And I made a shit ton, so
like
now I have
sirloin.
leftovers. Yeah,
Love a good sirloin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a fat pot of mac and cheese, like Kraft mac and cheese.
Gross. Good Kraft mac and cheese and steak.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Well, on Monday, I had Kraft mac and cheese and Dino Nuggets, and then
Dino Nuggets.
So that's also partially my eat of the week.
Slap.
So I had that, but I ate them all the first day. So then I had to make another thing. So I went and picked up a steak. Yeah.
I could crush some Dino Nuggets.
They're so good, dude.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Shape anything like a dino.
Now you're sitting there, you're like, shit, maybe I'm gonna go pick up some Dino Nuggets and watch Warm Bodies and
Yeah.
call it a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my eat of the week. I
Sign me
had
up.
steak last night and tonight for dinner, so it was good.
Nice.
Yeah. Where can they find you?
You can find me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography, and my regular Instagram at Secret Agent Sharky. My eat of the week is today's lunch. I had a bacon smash burger from the grill, with the side of fries, real crispy fries, real good, like double dipped.
Damn.
Yeah, double dipped oil fries. So good.
Dang it.
Although they forgot the pickles, and I'm not usually I don't like pickles on my burgers. I'm gonna be honest, but like this burger was missing something.
It needed it.
And it was pickles. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, but I don't like pickles on my burger. That's if you make fun of me, that's ableism.
I wasn't gonna make fun of you. That was just crazy, though.
Traditionally, I do not like. I think I was gonna say naturally. But...
Oh, okay. I was like, you were using D, and that was a duh stutter,
No,
and you go traditionally.
Yeah. Make fun of my stutter? Unbelievable.
It's fine. And
that's able to.
that was aggressive.
Yeah. It's very rare that happens. Very rare.
I don't think it's ever happened on our.
It's usually only when I get nervous.
And you were like, "Shit, that burger needed pickles."
But this was just like I just couldn't get the word out.
The pickles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's tough.
It is funny. But yeah. As to the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. Follow us on. Oh, I had a cherry Dr. Pepper as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Banging. Thanks. We
needed to know that. Podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That's CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast and on Instagram at The Shuffle_podcast to see our clips. And subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at The Shuffle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk at you next week, and we will be in costume. The episode will come out the day after Halloween.
Yeah.
But we'll still be in costume.
Halloween
weekend. And we'll be painting pumpkins, not carving, because that is messy and loud. So we'll be painting pumpkins. So Lauren painted this. So she's gonna be good. I can't paint to save my life.
Do you know what you're gonna paint yet? Have you thought about it?
No, I have thought about it.
I have no clue.
But I'm thinking we surprise each other.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna have to face it and either do it like this or something.
Yeah.
We'll do the reveal at the end or whatever.
While we're doing our normal talking podcast. Yeah. So this should be interesting.
It'll be funny.
It's not gonna go well. My painting is gonna be so bad.
I feel like I'm really focused and I look up and it's just all over your face. You're like, you're eating the paint. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I fucking messed up.
But yeah, so good episode coming to you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.